Ryan Cortage, the teenager who hacked and leaked footage of GTA 6, received his sentence for the cybercrimes he committed. Now, some people in the media went as far as saying that Cortage received a life sentence in a hospital prison. But let's set the record straight. It's not your typical life behind bars scenario. So what's the real story? A London jury found Cortage guilty of these cyber attacks not just towards Rockstar, but also towards companies like Uber and Nvidia. However, considering his autism, he was deemed unfit to stand trial. Fast forward to the verdict, and we see the mainstream media painting a picture of a life sentence. In reality, Cortage has been sentenced to indefinite treatment in a hospital prison. The key here is indefinite. It means he'll be there until experts deem him no longer a threat to the public. It's more about rehabilitation than retribution. And just to add a twist, we discovered that Cortage managed to hack Rockstar Games using an Amazon Fire Stick and a new smartphone, all while on bail after previous crimes. Talk about a real-life hacking movie scene. To add fuel to the fire, Cortage even showed an unwavering interest in going back to committing cybercrime, which is the reason why he's being held in the hospital prison. But the bottom line is, this isn't a story of a young hacker being thrown away for life. It's about addressing mental health and mental safety in a complex digital world. As you remember, despite all the leak drama a year ago, the official GTA 6 trailer dropped and unsurprisingly, it's a hit with millions of views. But while the defense of Cortage tried to highlight GTA's trailer success during sentencing, the court maintained that real harm in the form of millions of dollars was done to companies and individuals. But what do you think? Is the sentence fair? Should he be released or should he be held tighter? Next up, we have big news from Apple on December 18th. They've announced a sudden and somewhat unexpected decision to remove two of their smartwatch models, the Series 9 and the Ultra 2. These models will vanish from Apple's website on December 21st, which was actually a day ago as per the release of this video, and from their physical stores by December 24th. The countdown has already begun, and I think most of the banned Apple Watch is already impossible to get by the time some of you are watching this. Quite the holiday twist, isn't it? Now the big question is, why this sudden change? Well, it's all due to a decision by the US International Trade Commission. They've slapped an import ban on these models, citing patent infringement issues related to pulse oximetry technology, which is owned by medical device maker Masimo. Apple, being Apple, isn't just sitting back. They're actively searching for ways to navigate around this ban. But let's be real, solving this puzzle isn't going to be a quick fix, and to be honest with you, I think it's pretty embarrassing to be in Apple's shoes right now. Here's another tough pill to swallow. You see, Apple doesn't usually repair broken watches. They usually replace them and send the broken ones for recycling, and some of them for refurbishing even. And since they're banned from selling the affected watches, this means they can't replace your broken Apple Watches if it's a hardware issue, although they said they can still help with software issues. However, it's still business as usual for these Apple Watch models outside the US, as the ban's reach doesn't extend beyond American borders. Looking ahead, this is quite a challenge for Apple. They're exploring every avenue. This can be as simple as a software update that'll disable the affected sensor, but the solution isn't clear yet. And finally, we have Beeper. Now, if you are a subscriber, we talked about them just a week ago and how they are bringing iMessage to Android. Going back, Beeper unfortunately threw the towel in their pursuit to make iMessage available for Android. This after numerous interferences from Apple tweaking the iMessage protocol, making Beeper's iMessage feature unreliable and downright unusable. And for a relatively small company like Beeper, they can't win a whack-a-mole game with Apple where they reverse engineer and fix the app every time Apple tweaks something from their side. How hard did Apple make it for Beeper Mini users? Well, a few weeks back, it's as simple as installing Beeper Mini. But to make it work now, it involves jailbroken iPhone and a Mac or a Linux computer, with the iPhone needing to be constantly powered and Wi-Fi connected. Pretty demanding, isn't it? For those without a spare iPhone, Beeper's even toying with a rental service idea, which I think is just absurd and unnecessary. Beeper even made a bold move by open sourcing its iMessage bridge. This means tech enthusiasts and skeptics alike can still inspect and tinker with the code. But how about Apple's response? Well, it's still a mystery. They probably won't even bother releasing a statement due to the Apple Watch drama. Beeper's stance? They believe they've got the moral high ground in this tussle, suggesting Apple's tight grip on iMessage might be more about iPhone sales than user experience, which I actually agree with. If you watched last week's video and got excited, I'm sorry, but it looks like our dream to have iMessage on Android is still a dream. It probably will always remain a dream. From the complexities of cybercrime sentencing to the patent battles of tech giants and the ongoing tussle over messaging app exclusivity, the tech world has got some pretty spicy holiday surprises. If you like this video, please consider subscribing for more news and reviews in the future. This is Marty, and I'll see you in the next video.